It's Dr. D, and I'm coming to you live today with a bit of a personal story that I think that many of you all may be able to resonate with. I want to share something that's been weighing on my heart, and I think that there's a lesson in it that we can all learn from it. So, many of you all know that at the beginning of June, on June 7th, I lost my beloved dog, Mr. Russell. He passed away. And so he was a wonderful, wonderful dog. He was a great companion. He was the leader of the house, like he knew his role. And his loss has left a really big void, not just in my heart, but in our lives as well. And especially in the life of our other dog, Roxy. So we have another dog. Her name is Roxanne. We call her Roxy for short. And the two dogs have been together pretty much most of their life. So we had Mr. Russell 1 year before we got Roxy. And so they pretty much grew up together. Mr. Russell was almost 2 when we got him. And then Roxy came when she was 9 months old. And so they've been together pretty much their entire lives. And so they were a team and they each had their roles. They both had their roles. Roxy protected the front door and she didn't bark a lot. And Russell was kind of like the alarm. He alerted us. He was very attentive. He was very detailed. He was an American foxhound. And so he knew how to focus, he knew how to go after the thing. And Roxy was the exact opposite. Hey there, Tonisha. She says hello. Was having a down moment. What she say? She was having a down moment. It's good to see you. I needed it. All right. It's good that I was able to come in and maybe bring you up a little bit. All right. And I hope your day gets better and things go a lot better for you because we get to, turn it around. So, Roxy has pretty much been struggling. Roxy has been struggling. She's lost her way. My dog has lost her way and she's unsure of what her role is anymore. Russell was the one who kind of led everything, and it's been really heartbreaking to watch. Um, and so, as I watched Roxy last night, she woke up in the middle of the night. It was almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and she was whining and crying. And I was like, oh my goodness, why is she whining and crying? Like, what is happening? And so I got out the bed to go see because she responds to me. She is my dog. Like she won't respond to the other folks in the house. She'll do what they say do, but her breed, she's a Brazilian Mastiff. She is territorial, and once she figures out who her human is, she is for that human. She's going to protect that human. And since Russell has been gone, Russell is the family dog. She's totally lost her way, and so I realized something profound last night when I got up and I let her outside and I was telling her to eat her food because we've even had days where she didn't eat because simply she didn't tell us she needed to eat. Before now, it was Russell. He would wake us up in the morning. He would go to the dog plate. He would bark if you didn't feed him. You gonna feed Mr. Russell, period. Mr. Russell gonna eat. And Roxy is very docile. She's very laid back. And if you don't feed her, she just won't eat. And so there have been nights that I've woken up and I've said, oh my God, who fed the dog? Did anybody feed the dog? And Roxy didn't say a word. And so we've been making a better effort of making sure that our morning routine and our evening routine are more on point to make sure that she's eating. But anyway, I realized that Roxy's struggle is very much like what many of us go through when we lose our sense of purpose. So think about that for a minute. Just like Roxy, some of us are just existing. Roxy is just waking up, laying around, doing what she does, and she's just existing right now. And she's going through the motions of life because that's what she's done. Someone has always told her what to do, how to do it. Mr. Russell would get excited, she would get excited. Mr. Russell would say it's time to eat, she would know it's time to eat. Mr. Russell would say, let's go outside, she would know it's time to go outside. Even for the walks, Mr. Russell taught her that when she sees the chain, it's time to go for a walk. And so she's lost her way and she's just existing. And I wonder how many of us have lost our way and we're just waking up and we're just going through the routines and we're just going through the motion and we've lost our way. And, going through the motions of life simply because that's the way we've always done it, there's truly no way to live. I want to ask you, especially my educators, especially my people who are in the school system who might be feeling a bit lost, or maybe you're feeling a bit unfulfilled. Are you simply existing, or are you truly living? Are you just showing up because it's what you're used to doing? Or are you pursuing the life of your dreams? And can we be honest about it? Because I know it was a point in my life where I was just existing. I had these kids, I had that job, I had my family, and it was just what I did every day. You got up, you went to work because that's where the check came from, and I was this rode to work the same way, drove there, same routine, came home exhausted, make the meals, pack the lunches, get the clothes out, get ready for work the next day. And then every now and then there would be this little bit of excitement that would happen. Somebody would have some big gala, or a holiday break would come and we'd be excited about that holiday break or something to that effect. But that's not truly living. I really want us to, think about, what is our dream life? How do you want to live? How do you want to exist? Hey there, strategy lady. Hey, hey. Thanks for joining. She said, you got that right. That's no way to live. Right. And it's so many of us who have not determined how we want to live. We haven't determined that. We've decided that this is all we get. This is where it's at, or something will happen. We will have a loss and we lose all direction. We are now lost. We don't know what to do. So we just do what it is we've always done. We allow things to suck the life out of us. And I really want us to reflect on, where are we at in this? We're never too old. You're never too old to go after your dreams. You're never too old. So I want you to take some time to really think about what truly excites you. What brings you joy? What lights you up? What is truly exciting for you? And so many of us are so focused on our fears that we don't have the time to really think about what excites us, what brings us joy. When are we really passionate about something? And why is it that we can only show passion when it's for somebody else? Why can't we have our own passions? We're passionate about working at the homeless shelter. We're passionate about helping our nieces and nephews. We're passionate about stuff for other people, but we're not passionate about ourselves, our own lives, and what it is we want, because we make our life based off of other people. And I want us to change that. And that's what has happened with Roxy. Her existence was based off of Mr. Russell. And Mr. Russell was amazing. And it made Roxy amazing. But now that Mr. Russell is gone, Roxy has lost her way. Dr. Marquita says, oh my, I'm in the middle of a big loss right now, but I'm keeping my eyes facing forward. Absolutely. Because loss is a part of life. And if we don't have things that we're looking forward to, things that we're expecting, and things that we're believing for, folks, we can get lost in the loss. We can get lost and we can lose the thing that keeps us going. And that's how we end up staying in the bed one more day, staying there one more day, not taking calls another day, not going anywhere another day. And it pulls us into this hole. But if we have something that truly excites us, we'll be just a little more motivated to get up and get going and figuring out our new normal. Things will never be the same. Things will never be the same here at my house. Mr. Russell is gone and he is now in doggy heaven. And of course, people try to say, let's just go get you another dog. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. I don't want another dog. Don't bring me no another dog right now. I'll probably get another dog, but I need to get past or move forward in my new normal. And Mr. Russell cannot be replaced. And so I want you to think about what truly excites you and what makes you feel alive. And I want you to reconnect with your passion. That's the first step to really reclaiming your purpose. I remember when my mom died, I didn't even know how to move forward. But the thing that I operated in was knowing that my mother would not want me to stop. She would want me to keep going great. She would want me to do amazing things. And she wanted me to live a life better than hers. And so that's what kept me going. Was it hard to get up each day? Absolutely. Was it hard to plan that funeral? Absolutely. But I had to have something. I had my business. And I was like, I'm going to show my mom that I could do this. And I did it. And now I know my mom is an ancestor. She's super proud of me. And I know she's up in heaven and she's saying, "Oh, look at Nell. I knew she was going to do real good. I knew she had this." Y'all know how y'all mamas talk real good about you behind your back and to all of your friends and stuff. And then when they meet you, they be like, "Oh, this Nell, this the daughter right here." But to your face, she don't always say those things. That was my mother. My mother was, she would tell you, she keep you on your P's and Q's, and she would let you know when you're doing right and when you're doing wrong. But the people when she talked to other people, baby, she pumping you up. She's so proud of you. She don't know what to do. And so you have to have things that are going to really, really excite you and a reason to move forward. But what if you didn't have those things? What if you, like a lot of us are going into these school systems, we don't have anything that excites us. We don't have anything that excites us. I remember when I was in in the time when I was getting ready to leave, knew I needed to leave. One of the things that I did, I would say, "Oh, I know this kid needs to see me today." Like literally, that's what excited me. I was like, I need to go because he gonna need to see me today. He's gonna miss me if I'm not there. So let me get up and go. People, I had to pump myself up to show up to that job every day. And so I want you to really set some clear goals. Identify what you truly what you want, not what you think other people want for you and not what you think other people are expecting for you. And I want you to do this for yourself personally and professionally because we sell ourselves short. Stop thinking that you can only have what somebody else says you can have and write down those goals, write down that plan, write down that idea, and stop selling yourself short. Here's the thing that I want you to understand. Sis, we make up stories all the time. We make up stories all the time in our head and we believe it. Don't sit there and say you don't. You make up stories all the time in your head. Somebody walk down the street, you say, "Look at her. She probably so and so and so and so." Or you will say, "Ain't nobody gonna buy that from me. I don't have no customers. I don't know no people that'll buy my." We make up these stories in our head all the time. Why can't we make up positive stories in our head? If we can make up the negative stories, why can't we make up the positive stories? Why can't we get excited about, okay, this year I'm taking 3 vacations. I'm going on 3 vacations this year. You won't even dare to believe that you can take 3 vacations this year because you know that you work in the school system and you only can go on vacation in the summertime. It's not true. Those are stories that you make up in your head. You've already said to yourself, I don't make enough money to be able to do this thing. I don't have enough. That's what you're telling yourself. You're making that up. And so that's what you're attracting is not enough. As a matter of fact, you need to be in my 10K in 30-day challenge. It's on YouTube right now. Day one is up. Day two will be posted this evening. You need to partake in that. It's going to help you to change your whole situation. But anyway, you got to have a sense of direction. You got to have something that you're working towards. And then don't be afraid to reach out for help. Y'all, we got to stop trying to do stuff alone. Stop thinking that the only way to do it is by yourself. Stop thinking that you're the only one who has the answer and stop thinking that you got the answers to everything. It's just not true. I don't care how old you are. There is somebody who's already done the thing, who's done it better and can get you to it quicker. And so if we would stop talking and just ask for help and stop asking for help and then trying to tell people how to help you, you'll see that you can move much faster. But we want to work in private. We want to work in secrecy. We don't want to get the help. We don't want to seem like we need help because for some reason, needing help to some people means that you're weak or incapable or incompetent. That's not what it means, sis. You got a misunderstanding of what asking for help means, and you help people all the time. You help people all the time. And so we need to be able to ask for help, whether it's with a mentor, whether it's in a community. But you got to surround yourself with some positive influences. And if you don't have those in your life right now, you need to get into a community where you can have that. And then the last step is I want you to take action. I want you to just start small. Just take a single step. Sometimes we want to know every step of the process. Sis, just take one step. One step is making a decision. Ready is a decision, it's not a feeling. When you say I'm ready and declare that you're ready, then start doing some affirmations. Because again, you told yourself a story. You gotta delete that story. And affirmations can heal that story. Tell yourself a different set of stories. I attract opportunities. People love working with me. Opportunities flow to me. I am a money magnet. People love me. People are waiting on me. You need to tell yourself a different story. You are telling yourself a story that is not moving you forward. You're thinking about all the things that can go wrong. Let's flip that and think about all the things that can go right. So, what I want you to know is that Roxy is still finding her way. She's still finding her way, but I know that with love and patience, she's going to discover her new role. I'm not giving up on Roxy. And she's going to thrive again, and she's going to figure out her new normal. She's going to figure it out. And I believe the same thing for you. I believe the same thing for you. Sometimes we're holding on so tight to what we have that we don't realize that if we just release it, a greater and better opportunity will come into your life. But when we're holding on so tight, we can't allow in what needs to come in. And our energy and alignment is all off. So I just want you to know that you deserve to live a better life. You deserve to live a fulfilled life. I want us to stop thinking that we don't have choices and that someone else has control over us. I want us to stop thinking that we need to wait. What are we waiting on? There is no perfect time. There is no perfect time. I want us to stop making excuses. And I want us to stop putting everyone before ourselves. Girl, I want you to take that cape off. We are not super women. We cannot do all things at all times. We do not have to show up on 10 every day. Stop it. It's okay if you mess up. Everybody messes up. Everybody fails. There's nobody who has lived a perfect life. We learn our lessons through our failures, and it's okay. It's just that you're not in the right community. You don't have the right influences around you to so that when you fall down, we help you up. We extend a hand down and say, girl, get up. I was down there just last week. This how I got up, girl. Come on. Listen here. Some of us have lost our way. Some of us are no longer living. We are just existing. And I want you to know with all of my heart that that's not what God intended for you. You made that decision on your own, and stop sitting up talking about I'm waiting on God. Girl, God is waiting on you. You are not waiting on God. God gave you skills, talents, and abilities, and your gift will make room for you, but you are relying on man and what they said you can have. When you got a godly trust fund that you can tap into, but you refuse to, you continue to go to a place that is toxic, that is killing you, that is wearing you down, that is taking you away from your family and not allowing you to be the best version of yourself. And then you will turn around and say, this is what God intended for me. I don't believe it. And you ain't nothing you can say to make me believe it. And you don't believe it either. You don't want to give up the comfort of what you're doing. You know what it's like to show up. You know what they're going to require from you. You know how long it's going to take. You know what you can and can't do, what you can get away with. And it's comfortable. And you enjoy the comfort. But when I tell you there is no reward in your comfort zone, you need to always be growing. You need to always be thinking about your next level. Once you conquer one level, you don't sit on that step. You go to the next step. And guess what? We got to do a little more training, a little more work. We got to get uncomfortable to go up that next step, up that next rung of the ladder. Strategy lady said, you better say that God gave it to you. Yes, move on it now. And you know, I have people call me all the time and say, God gave me this dream. God gave me this vision. God told me the name of my business. God showed me what it's going to be like. And then they say he gave me that 3 years ago. I've been sitting on this for 12 years because you don't believe God. Because you don't believe God. But then again, how can you believe God when you don't believe yourself? Then people will say, well, what type of guarantee do you offer? You are the guarantee, sis. You the guarantee. I'm not the guarantee. You the guarantee. You need to guarantee yourself that you're going to do what you need to do to move forward. I'm just saying, let me get myself off here. I just want y'all to live the life of your dreams. Some of us have lost our way. I would love for you to join me in the 10K and 30-day challenge. Come on, join me. Stick in there with me the full 30 days. Some people want to skip days. Some people want to do day 1 to see what it's about, then come back on day 5 and then do day 7 and then do day 11. Baby, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. You got to be willing to invest less than an hour every day for 30 days. And I know this is hard. We got people who need to take medication in order to save their life, and they can't do that consistently for 30 days. We got people who can't commit to exercise 10, 15 minutes a day, waking up stretching. We got people who can't even commit to praying every day. So I know it's hard. I'm not trying to pretend like it's not hard. I know it's not hard. We make it hard because we put everything else above it. We create our own priorities. Nobody else creates those priorities for us. And so I want you to know that I'm going to show you in 30 days how in 30 days you can create $10,000 in your household if you're willing to do the work. If you're willing to get out of your comfort zone. If you're willing to believe that you can make $10,000 in 30 days. That's the first struggle, getting you to believe that you can do it. And then the second struggle is getting you to take the actions needed to do it. And then the third one is getting you to have people pay you for your services. So I'm going to walk you through it step by step. You won't get to say, well, she said it, but I ain't know how to do it. You a lie. Because I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to give it to you whole. All you got to do is follow through. And if you put comments if you leave comments, I'll answer your questions. I ain't got time to play with y'all. The Lord done blessed me beyond anything I ever believed. That's what some of y'all need to be praying for the Lord to give you what you ask for or better. Sometimes I don't know what to pray for. So I tell the Lord to send me what I didn't even know I needed. And thank you in advance. And I don't go back to that prayer because I know that it's on its way. Some of y'all, you struggle so hard to make it hard. I want you to press the easy button. Girl, come on, strategy lady. Because baby, this group right here, she said, I need this 10K so I can join your mastermind. Baby, come on. Make it happen. Make it happen. Because in this mastermind, baby, we wins contracts. We gets money. We brings income into our household. We change lives, and we're living the lives of our dreams in this mastermind. In this mastermind. That's right. She said she educates on business systems. She's not in the school system. And that's one of the things. People think that in order to be an educator, that you have to be a classroom teacher. That's one of the misconceptions that I've been trying to get people to understand, that you can be an educator, but you don't have to teach. That's the reason why so many teachers stay in the school system, because they believe that the only way they can be an educator is in the school system, in a classroom. And it's not true, people. It's not true. I educate every day. I come online and educate. I go into business companies, corporations, and organizations and educate. I educate in my mastermind. I'm educating every day. Education starts at home. We are our children's first teachers, and we should be teaching other people, all the time. So we got to know that you don't have. Stop letting these school systems make you believe that the only way that you can be an educator is by going to school, getting this degree, and then going into the classroom to teach. It's a lot of ways to teach. I'm just saying that. So I hope this has been helpful. Join me in the 10K and 30-day challenge. It's only on YouTube. It's not on Facebook. You got to go over to Educators Moving On Official on YouTube. Day 1 is already up. Watch day 1. Day 2 is going up this evening. and I'm batching a bunch of episodes so that we can get them up. And this is fun for me. It's fun for me to help women who are looking to make a change see that they can make a change and move forward confidently, knowing that they can do this. That is fun for me. But it's also fun for me to be able to go to brunch with my girlfriends. It's fun for me to be able to travel. It's fun for me to help my boys as they are becoming men in life. It's fun for me to be able to. My little niece just bought a house. I'm sponsoring her housewarming party. That's fun for me. It's fun for me to be able to go to top golf and enjoy a day with my husband. It's fun for me to be able to go to the grocery store and not have to worry about if the thing is going to decline, the card is going to decline when I swipe it, or thinking about everything I put in the basket. Listen here. What you call fun is what you call fun. What I call fun is what I call fun. What I don't call fun is struggling, stressing, being exhausted, being overworked, being underpaid and undervalued. That ain't fun to me. And so I gave that life up. That was unfulfilling for me. And now I live a more fulfilled life. I'm sitting here on this porch. Baby, ain't nothing that brings me more joy than sitting here on this porch with my morning cup of coffee. Do you hear me? With my morning cup of coffee, catching this smooth, soft breeze and waving at my neighbors. And then when I get through, sometimes I take my dog for a walk. I get to just enjoy nature, not be in a rush every day, not be trying to think about five and six things. I get to be present in the moment. My son just left and he's going to pick up his girlfriend. We had a quick conversation on the porch and he was saying how what he's doing, he's entering real estate school. I get to be present and have these conversations with him. Me and my husband, we're talking about the next business that we're going to start. He wants to do some car sales, and we had done it before, and we're gonna do it again. He was like, I think I'm ready to do this again. Let's go and let's buy 4 or 5 cars. Let's get these working class people some good, high quality cars to buy that they can get back and forth to work in and not have to pay these $700 car notes. That's going to be fun for my husband. That's going to be fulfilling for him. And a lot of the people who we sell cars to are women who have children. And instead of them going out getting the average car note right now is $760. That's a lot of money, y'all. That's a lot of money per month. That's not including your insurance. The car note as of 2019 is $760 a month. And that's what we were talking about. And so, how would it change your life if your car was totally paid for and it was a decent car and it wasn't super old? Like, we ain't got to have no 2004. What if you had a 2019 that you paid for in cash that looks great, isn't all dented up and dinged up, and it's safe and it can get you to where you're going, kids back and forth, and it ain't got 200,000 miles on it? This is 2024. It's a 2019. You might get a 2018 and still have a decent ride. This is what we got to do more of. You know what I'm saying? And so this is fulfilling for me and my husband. So we were talking about that this morning. But the fact that we get to have these conversations and not just in passing. So Sherry said, this is what I call time freedom and financial freedom. That's what my goal is. I'm on that track now. Absolutely, Sherry. And let that resonate in you. Like, we got to stop thinking that our why is for somebody else. I tell people, and I'm very clear, my why is, baby, I'm not going to be broke again. I'm not going back to that life. So I learned how to create income, not how to get a job. I know how to create income in multiple ways. And that's what I teach people in the mastermind. People think that they're coming into the mastermind to only learn about ed consulting. I'm going to teach you consulting because that's a part of making money. But we're gonna teach you a whole bunch of stuff about how to make money. The goal is to bring income in, and income is not synonymous with job. Uh, Strategy lady said, I'm looking at day one now, I think. Where's my first assignment? I'm ready to do this. Day one, take it step by step. Day one, you're getting you setting your mind together. Day two is coming out today. Day three, and then I'm gonna do a little batch so we can do. Some people will want to do a couple back to back who have more time. So I think strategy lady may have a little more time than most of the people who are in the classroom working every day. But yes, watch day one, and make it happen. Uh, she said, such an inspirational power couple. Quarter who? I'm down with the DuBoses. Okay. And we just, like, we're just regular people who love life, and it's because we got out of that hustle and grind. We got, like some people say, we got out of the matrix. Because I was one who believed that I had to go to work every day, I had to take the 2 checks a month, that you couldn't have more, and that I could only make 80, $90,000 a year as a teacher, and then as an administrator. Even when I decided to leave and believed in myself, I still had doubt. I was like, oh my God, who's going to pay me $116,000 a year in education? Because, that's not normal in education to make 6 figures. It's just not the norm. In some states that have a high cost of living, it's normal, but your cost of living is high. Rent is $2,000, $3,000. Of course, you're gonna need $100,000. Honey, our rent in Missouri is at $1,000. You living good. $1,500, baby, you living grand. $2,000, girl. When you pull up to folks' house, you like, girl, what you do for a living, baby? If you living in a $3,000 house in Missouri, first of all, you living in one of the best neighborhoods, and you got a beautiful home. Okay, it just really depends on where you living at. Those people, they know what I'm talking about. Those people who are in Ohio and Indiana, the Midwest has really good cost of living. But if you're living in Cali, you need 2,500 for a one bedroom, and you need almost $1 million to buy a house. So of course the teachers are making 80,000. It ain't taking you as far as somebody who's making 70,000 in one of the lower cost of living states. And so, it's just all relative. You got to think about what it is you want, how it is you want to live, and what's going to make your life worth the living. We don't even think about what it's like to what we want to call retirement. I want to have my annual girls trip where we go on a trip every year. That's giving you something to look forward to. I want to have my book club where we have a book that we're reading every month, and that we meet up to talk about the book. I want to have my movie dates, and these are not all the same people. You got to have different people in your life for this, but we got to have things to look forward to, things to excite us. We got to have hobbies and things to do that keep us going. And it makes me so sad when I'm in these circles and I talk to my white sisters, and their lives are filled lives. And when I talk to my black sisters, all they do is say, well, for the holiday, I'm barbecuing, the family coming over. But they don't have anything for themselves. They don't have the things that they need to have for themselves. And so that's what I want us to really think about, having a life that you dreamed of. Or did you really dream of this? Like, I don't need to have the big um, 4,000 square foot house so somebody can say, "Oh, she got a big home." Because, oh, guess what? Somebody got to clean that home, and I'm scary. So what, like, what is it that you want? Not what is it that you want other people to think about you? Not what is it that you want other people to say about you? Don't care about what it is they say or what it is they think. What is it that you want? And how is it that you want to exist? What does your dream life look like? And what does it consist of? I want to have amazing people in my life. I want to have activities that I can look forward to. I want to have financial security where I'm not worried about robbing Peter to pay Paul, or where my next paycheck is coming from. I want to be able to support and help, my family members and my friends, and be philanthropic. I want to do all those things, but on a day to day, I don't want to sit around in my living room watching TV. That's not what I want to do. I want to be reading my books. I want to go for a walk. I want to have my swim classes. I want to have my aerobics classes. I want to have things that I need to get up, go do, that I love. I want my massages. I want my facials. I want my hair appointments. Just because you get older doesn't mean you stop those things. I want to be able to go get my acupuncture. Your health is your wealth. Y'all will see next month I'll be starting my wealth walk. That's where I'm going to take y'all with me every day as I go on my walk around my neighborhood. And it's called my wealth walk. I'm walking because your health is your wealth. And so I'm going to take a wealth walk every day. baby, you better walk in your wealth. Here, you gotta believe it in order to bring it into fruition. See, a lot of y'all don't even believe that you can be wealthy. You don't believe that you can have the life of your dreams. You don't believe that there's more for you. There's a next level. And you're so scared to even think bigger. It takes the same amount of energy to have a big dream as it does to have a little dream. And you ain't I challenge y'all to test God. Like, I challenge you, put God to the test and stop trying to do it all yourself. Stop trying to do it all yourself. So, all right, I got this VIP day with one of my amazing people. I've been doing my VIP days with the people from the mastermind. Y'all, I love this work. I love helping them to create their programs. I love helping them to get the clarity around what it is they're doing, how it is they're going to sell it. And I love when at the end of the call, they always say, "Oh my God, you made this so simple. You made this so easy. I never would have thought about it like that." And I keep telling people it's because you're too close to it. And that's my gifting. When you operate in your gifting, it's easy. I'm operating in my gifting. And so it's super easy. When I tell you, your gift will make room for you and it will allow you to live the way you feel that you deserve that you should live. But if you think that you should be struggling, if you think that you should be in toxic environments, if you think that everything is hard and you don't want to press the easy button, that's exactly what it's going to be. All right, y'all, that's it. I ain't got no more. I'm going to get on off here to get to my VIP day. But hey, check out that YouTube 10K in 30 days, 30-day challenge. Day one is up, day two will be up, and share it out. Let some people know. Send them the video. Tell them to watch it. Tell them to subscribe and watch. At the end, you're gonna see it